Welcome to the Affirmation Lab. I'm Monique, PhD student and clinical researcher. And in the world of forensic psychology, we often look at the mask, the persona someone projects versus the reality of their actions. And there is no greater mask in maritime history than a ship called the Jesus of Lübeck. Originally a war vessel for King Henry VIII, it became the flagship for Sir John Hawkins, a pioneer of the English transatlantic slave trade under Queen Elizabeth I in 1563. The irony is chilling though. Hawkins required his crew to serve God daily, yet beneath their feet, around 400 souls stolen from West Africa were held in the stifling heat. This wasn't just cargo though. They were fathers, daughters, and healers from Sierra Leone coast. Where this ship dropped anchor in 1565, it brought more than labor. It brought the first major wave of English-sponsored systematic trauma to the New World. Now, as a private investigator, I look at the paper trail, the evidence that contradicts the story. We're performing a truth audit today on the journals of the men who sailed on the Jesus, the Jesus. We see a compartmentalized psyche in Hawkins' writings. He praises the merciful winds provided by God, while completely ignoring that those same winds were carrying around 400 people towards enslavement, where most were sent to what we now know as the Dominican Republic. In forensic psychology, this is moral disengagement in its purest form. It is mental gymnastics required to carry the name Jesus while committing atrocities. It is a profound case of cognitive dissonance. This history is where we find Adultification Bias, the very subject of my PhD research. By viewing African children as units of labor rather than children, the crew could sleep at night. They weren't just stealing bodies, they were crafting the biases we are still fighting to dismantle today. This isn't about the date the United States was signed into existence. Enslaved Africans were clearing land and fixing colonial failures in what we now call South Carolina and Florida as early as 1526 and 1565. The 400-year mark isn't just a statement, it's a chronological fact of the Atlantic trade. This is about the date the system of extraction began on the soil. And if you've been using a people to stabilize your economy since the mid-1500s, you do not get to reset the clock just because you changed the name of the company in 1776. I'm Monique. Keep seeking the truth.